everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I am Galit Ventura-Rozen, and I am a women empowerment and business mentor. And I'm really excited because technology gives us the opportunity to talk to some amazing people. I'm in Las Vegas, and I get to speak to the beautiful Alina from Romania today, which is so much fun. So I'm really excited to talk to her today about some amazing things that she's doing with her clients. So I'm going to go ahead and say, Alina, let me do it again. Irimescu.
Yes.
Did I say it right? Irimescu.
Yeah.
Alina Irimescu. Yay.
Perfect.
And Alina is a healing and transformational coach. So tell us a little bit about how you got into this business and what you do with your clients.
Well, first of all, hi, everybody. I started working, my background is sales and financial sales, hardcore sales. So I started with that. I'm a really ambitious person, and I really always wanted to make it in life and, have a lot of money and have a very nice life. But after I have achieved success in that, I realized that I got into a point where I was feeling really, really empty inside. So working only for the purpose of money was not enough for me anymore. So at 26, I started to look for my way again, let's say. So I got into coaching because I discovered that I really, really love helping people, especially women, to fulfill their dreams, their true destiny, their purpose here on earth. So since then, I've been studying on that, and I've been helping a lot of people, and especially, of course, first of all, myself, to get in touch with their true selves, with their dreams, with their purpose, and unblock their way towards that, so they will have an easier road, not to always feel like they have to face fears and they always have to be in fear. No, when we get the fear out of the way, things come much, much, much easier. Because it happens sometimes. We hustle and we struggle and we push, and we realize that things are still not happening, and we ask ourselves why. Maybe we function in a certain way, or we attract the same kind of situations without us being able to be in control. So this is what I do. I work on energy level and a healing level, emotional level, spiritual level, so that we can unblock all those.
And fear a lot of times is one of the major reasons that people are not doing what they're supposed to do. We don't recognize that, even though sometimes when we think we're not allowing fear to stop us, we really still are on a subconscious level. So we could be strong, determined, and then it's still in our way. What I love that you said at the beginning, Alina, and I just have to repeat it, was that you were in a life, you were in a career, you were making money, you thought that's what you were supposed to do, and then you felt like something was not there, like you were supposed to do more. That is the foundation of most of the women that I work with. So I love that. You're doing and working with your passion and your purpose. And when you follow your passion and your purpose, everything falls into place. So thank you for doing that and sharing that with us. I love the topic that we're going to talk about for a few minutes today. I think it's really important, and I think we can let everyone that's watching really learn from it. So let's talk a little bit about how to, sometimes I think of my boxing gloves, how to box fear out of the way, or how to work through fear and the energy and the blockages. I know you're going to give us some great tips today.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I would like to start with, if you don't realize how much fear is holding you back in your life, just ask yourself this question. If you were fearless, if you had absolutely no fear in your life, what would you do? What would you choose? What would you choose to achieve? And then you will realize how much fear is actually holding you back, because most of the people don't even realize. They think, oh, I'm okay. I don't have any traumas. I don't have any fears. I don't have, yeah. But it's not like that. When you get to, let's say you have a goal. So, okay, I want to achieve $10,000 a month in my business. And when you think of that, okay, so what is holding me back? What are my fears? What is the first thing that I'm thinking, and the first thing that I'm feeling? So the first tip that I would like to give is this one: how to identify your fears, your biggest fears. So when you think of one of your goal, of your dream? What is the first thing that comes up emotionally and mentally? And then, of course, you write it down and you have it in front of you. Then you are not in a fog anymore. You know, you have clarity. You have it down on paper, just like point by point. So that is always the first step. Second, take that fear or thought and see where it is coming from. Maybe it's coming from an event in childhood. Maybe it's coming from something your mother or your father told you when you were a young child, especially until the age of 7. And third is the simplest way is always to look a fear in the eye. Just make yourself, become friends with it. Okay, so what I'm feeling, describe it, and the best way is to journal and write a lot about it. Describe exactly how you're feeling, all your emotions, your thoughts, everything. So these are my 3 points, always the starters.
So funny, Alina, that you said look it in the eye, because a few weeks ago I did this Facebook Live where I was wearing boxing gloves. I don't know if you saw it. And I put fear on one side and resistance on the other. And so I always imagine it as a person, because we give it so much power.
Yeah.
We give it almost this space in our lives that, for me, being so visual, I tend to see those things as people. Now, not somebody in particular, but I see it almost as standing. So I love that you said face it in the eyes. I talk a lot about fear, and I do a lot of workshops about fear. We don't recognize how much we give a 4-letter word, how much power. So tell us a little bit about, the tips are wonderful. When you work with your clients, how are you helping them when they reach out to you and want to hire you and book an appointment with you? What is it that you're doing on an energetic level, an emotional level, that's going to help them work through it as well?
Well, I use certain methods that I've learned throughout the years on working with that, and they are really fast methods. Like, we're not going to be, healing something, a trauma from childhood, in a few months. We're just going to do it like that, because we want to heal and we want to grow, and we don't want it to take us months and months for one thing,
Right.
So the results are really, really fast. The method that I use, one of them is EFT, just to give you an example, but they are all methods that edit your energy. So that's why they are so fast. We are not working only with your mind at the mind level or emotional level. It works very, very fast. But what we do first of all, is that we give voice to that fear, to that thought, to that trauma. So maybe when we start working with a client, when I start working, we say, okay, so this is where you want to go. So when you think of that, what is it that you're feeling? Where is that feeling? Where is that emotion located in your body? And we give that a voice. And when you connect with that and you start to describe and say, okay, this has to do with my mom, and I don't know why. It's like I have this pain in my back, and it has. Okay, so connect with it and see, what does it tell you? What is it trying to tell you? It has something to do with my mom or with my dad. And we go ahead and we clear that blockage from all points of view, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, energetically, from all points of view.
I love it. And I think it works, and I think it helps. And a lot of times we don't know it's sitting there. So if there's something that you're not accomplishing and you're not even sure what it is, and you think you have no fears, sometimes it's almost at a subconscious level. So make sure that if you still are being held back, you look into this. So tell everyone, Alina, how they can get a hold of you to set up an appointment. Even though you're in Romania, you work with people just like I'm talking to you now. So I want to make sure that you actually don't work with people in person. You work with them through video. So please tell them how they can get a hold of you if they'd like to set up a session or find out more.
They can get a hold of me by email or on my Facebook group, and I will leave the addresses here on the comments for everyone to see. Yes, and people, whoever wants to get a hold of me for us to have a discussion or work with me, write me an email. and we'll set up an appointment, and that's done.
Yes. So Alina, tell us your email just so we have it on video.
Yeah, so my
Which
email is Irimescu ali@gmail.com. I will write it because
yeah,
it's
go ahead and spell it out for everyone.
yeah. So irimescuali@gmail.com.
Perfect. Thank you. And we'll make sure we put it in the comments too for you guys. And reach out to Alina if you'd like to learn more about what she does and how she helps you clear your blockages, because we really know that typically fear and a lot of times resistance are what are stopping you from accomplishing your goals. Thank you, Alina. It was so much fun talking to you from Romania. You have a good evening. I know it's evening there and it's morning in Las Vegas. So I will talk to you soon. I love having you in the group, and thank you for sharing all those great tips.
My pleasure, and thank you also.